Welcome to Partners in Prevention. I'm Jennifer Stein with Prevent Child Abuse Habersham. Monthly we bring to you key information about building parents up and helping strengthen families. The month of April is Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month. Each year we hold a very exciting event called Pinwheels for Prevention, and so our episode today is going to focus on this Family Fun Day. Our guests that we have are Dan Keefe. Dan Keefe is on our board of directors. He's also a counselor at Wilbanks Middle School and helped kind of develop this concept. With him is Jeff Wilson. He is teacher at the Success Academy, football coach for Habersham Raiders, and owner of CrossFit Change, which is a CrossFit multi-purpose bodybuilding type of fitness center right here in Cornelia. We're excited about this event. One, bringing the community together is always important, but through strengthening families, having an event like this is one of the protective factors. Helping parents better understand how they can add those tools to their parenting toolkit and such is so important. But I want to talk about some of the things that are happening on April 16th. It's a Saturday. And one of the things is noon to 3, we've got kickball teams having fun. Tell us a little bit about that, Dan. The idea started at Cornelia Elementary when you were a counselor there. Tell us about kickball.
Kickball is always an exciting time, an exciting tournament. It did start at Cornelia Elementary with, we had a Kick It for the Kids Day, and all of our students raised money and participated in this kickball event. And then as I moved to Wilbanks Middle School, they've allowed us to use their facilities for this day. So we now have a community-wide kickball tournament, and so we have different organizations will enter a team, and like you said, that's from noon to 3, noon to 3:30, somewhere in there, depending on the championship game and how quick that goes. But we have just some teams in the past have been the police department, the fire department, Northeast Georgia, and that's just to name a few. But it's always a fun event. It's always intense because we want to win.
Right.
But we want to keep in mind why we're there. It's a community awareness day, but it's just a lot of fun for all the adults involved.
What does a team look like? What comprises a team?
A team is 10 players,
Okay.
male, female. We're all together. Of course, they represent that business or church or whatever in some way. They don't have to be an employee there or whatever. They can just be, a family member or something. But at least 10 players on the team. And it's $50 per team, so about $5 a person. We'll have 2 or 3 games going on at a time on the football field at Wilbanks.
Okay.
And we'll have the brackets drawn up, and we'll have music going. It's a fun day.
Very good. Now, in the past, 2 years in a row, the Habersham County Sheriff's Department is the champion.
Right.
Runner-up last year was the Habersham County Fire Department. Right. Was the year before the Northeast Georgian was the runner-up? Okay. Right. So they do, and we have some referees coming out this year. Some new teams, I think, this year. Did you say, what was the church, local church?
Level Grove.
Okay.
Level Grove's working on the team.
Very good.
The guys at CrossFit are working on the team. I'm sure they'll be.
Very good. And I think Circle of Hope. And we got to go easy on some of these teams because some of them are women. Not, I know that's no excuse, but
and it's fun, and it's it's competitive. No matter what team you're on, it's always competitive and it's fun, and it's just an atmosphere where everyone kind of feels like they're involved.
And the whole idea calling it Kick It for the Kids was to kick child abuse out of Habersham County, if I remember correctly.
And like you said, the sheriff's office, they've had the trophy for 2 years, so I know some folks that may want to bring the trophy, somewhere.
Go after it? All right. Well, Sheriff Terrell will have to give him a warning.
Right, yeah.
Very good. So noon to 3, so that's going on. Also noon to 3, new this year, is something called overcoming obstacles, and this is what's called a challenge course. So not a 5K race. I know in the past we've done the public race, we've done the fun run and this. So this was a new idea. Tell us a little bit about what is a challenge course, Jeff?
Basically what we tried to design was a course where anything and everything can happen on your path. So you're on the way to somewhere and there's an obstacle in the way. We're trying to encourage people to, not just run a 5K, and I'm not even sure how long the distance is. We haven't measured it. We haven't wheeled it yet, but it'll be less than a 5K. But there are obstacles in the way, and there are things that you have to deal with, navigate, crawl under, crawl over, jump, dodge, all those things. So it should be a really fun time.
There might be some mud involved.
There might be some mud, there might be some water, there might be no alligators. No alligators.
Alligators. Well, about how many obstacles might somebody encounter?
I think at the current count, we're at about 9 different obstacles. If you can run or crawl, you can probably participate. It's not anything that's going to be so challenging that we can't all be involved, but it will be a little more challenging than running on the road.
And with it, it's not timed. Now, of course, you can challenge yourself and time yourself, but the idea is overcoming these obstacles and coming out a winner on the other side.
Sure, it's a representation of what many of us deal with in our everyday lives. We're going along and everything's going smooth, and then something happens to throw us off. We get a flat tire, the kids get sick, things happen in life, and we have to learn to not just deal with those, but to continue to thrive in our environment even though we have those obstacles. So it's kind of representative of that and trying to think of things in that way.
Very good.
And I wanted to mention, it's not timed unless, you want to time it yourself, but I think how we have it set up is you can enter, as a team, or we're going to let, between 7, 8, 10 people go in at a time, so you're not alone, so you're going through just like, in life, you're going through life, we've talked about in the past how you have a dream team at school with your principal, counselor, things like that. It's kind of the same concept here is, you bring your guys that you work out with, or your soccer team, or whoever it is, and you go through these obstacles together and you overcome together.
Very good. I want to hear more about this. We're going to take a brief break. Please join us back in just a moment to hear more about the Overcoming Obstacles Challenge course.
Now you can watch movies, sports, news, and more on all of your internet-ready devices. Windstream cable customers can view up to 50+ channels on their laptops, smartphones, and tablets with Watch TV Everywhere. It's easy. And for Windstream cable customers, it's free. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to register. Then the programs you enjoy are just a click away on your favorite devices. Watch TV Everywhere, another way Windstream says thank you for being our customer.
Welcome back to Partners in Prevention. I'm Jennifer Stein, and today's episode is focusing on the month of April. It's being Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month, and our big event being held at Wilbanks Middle School on Saturday, April 16th, starts at noon and goes all the way to 7 o'clock at night. The activities that are going on between noon and 3, we've been covering the kickball tournaments, putting a co-ed team together, and right before break, we're discussing this idea of the Overcoming Obstacles Challenge course. Now, I'm sure this plays right in with your football players, Jeff, and what you work with. What are some skill set and mindset involved with coaching young adults and helping them realize that their persistence and resilience is so important?
It's been my experience that in most cases, when given the opportunity, most of us will rise to the challenge. If we lower the bar, we'll rise to that challenge as well. So it's very gratifying, it's very rewarding to see young people do things that they didn't necessarily think they could do. And I think that applies to everyone in general. A lot of the things that we do at our gym are things that people, when they walk in, they just don't think they come in saying, I can't do that.
Overwhelming.
But then they realize that if you spend enough time and enough energy, and if you've been taught the correct way to do things,
Right.
you can achieve, climbing a rope when you never thought you could. And this challenge course is, again, a little microcosm of that. It's providing an obstacle that's in the way, and with the help of the guys that you're running through with, and sometimes you can be competing against them or you can be working with them. But again, that's representative of our lives. So as they go through the obstacles, as they go through those things, as we coach the high school kids and as I teach every day, you find that most people, they're just in need of sometimes a little bit of a push, sometimes a little bit of inspiration, but most always there's a challenge that needs to be involved for them to achieve that level.
I love it. I love that direct correlation to the idea of lifting our families up, strengthening our families, building that capacity that they have within. And like you said, sometimes it's just an encouraging word, or having that teammate or that neighbor or that church member or coworker bring you along the way, those little incremental steps.
Well, that's why we're so excited at CrossFit Change to be involved, is that's what our gym is about. It's about lifting each other up. And it's really interesting, this challenge course that we're talking about, there'll be people that finish in 5 minutes, there'll be people that finish in 20 minutes, but everybody everybody will be able to finish. And it's not necessarily as important as your time versus my time. It's that I'm just trying to be a little better version of myself. And so at the end, we hope that we've achieved that we're just a little better than we were yesterday. So that's why we're so excited about being involved this year.
That's wonderful. Now with, we've talked about possibly high school students and students being involved. What is the appropriate age to try the course?
I think basically what we've said is if your children are in school, they can handle what we've got planned. And there are, as you go through the course, there are avenues that we'll provide for those that may not want to challenge themselves quite as much as others.
Okay.
There'll be, a different levels of challenge as you go through. But I think the kids would absolutely love it. There's no place better than climbing through mud, climbing over hills, getting down and getting wet and dirty. Kids love it. Your kids will love it. Your kids will love it.
Well, and with that too, I think I remember something like a spider maze that you have to military crawl under.
There's all sorts of obstacles that get us down on the ground, get us up off the ground.
Right.
You might want to bring an extra set of clothes. If you're planning on doing the challenge run, you might want to bring a dry t-shirt.
Very good. I also like the idea with this being an awareness day. We're not out there to make money, so I definitely want to thank. We've had some key sponsors involved with this challenge course. One being CrossFit Change as a presenting sponsor of the challenge course, but I know Lowe's has helped donate materials. White County Farmers Exchange has donated materials and hay. Many local farms are donating hay, because it's about 100 bales of hay plus large round bales of hay. We've got a student coming out to do some graffitiing on the hay. You've got students painting things. There again, like you said, Jeff, helping bring people together and representing something new. So very good. Let's switch gears a little bit. With this idea of the Awareness Day, there's other fun activity booth. We've got the bouncy maze. Bounce maze, kids love that. Of course, that's free. And we always invite other resources that are available in the community. There again, leading back to what you said, Jeff, with helping build people up and lift people up. Sometimes we're in need and sometimes we're not in need at that moment, but somewhere in our life we might need to reach out to a resource. And so we invite agencies such as Circle of Hope. And Circle of Hope is more about domestic violence. They do so many prevention programs in our school system, teaching about healthy relationships, teaching about bullying, and what does a healthy relationship look like. So I know they'll be there. We have Heroes in Force. They'll be there. We have a Sheriff's Department, Powerhouse for Kids, and each of these resources bring with them information, Center for Hope and Healing, MedLink, but they also provide a kid-friendly activity. What are some things that they've done in the past, Dan, as far as these booths?
I think in the past they've had maybe certain types of games, but they've had face painting and maybe something with the hair,
That wacky
something
hair,
wacky hair,
yes.
something like that. I can't think of any more right off the top. I don't know if you can remember. I know they all have some type of
Just
an
fun,
event,
yes.
fun. And of course, that's all, like you said, that's all free for for the kids and free to go to the bounce house. So it's always a lot of fun to see the kids go through each activity.
And then they come out and they look so cute. Of course, encouraging parents, you're welcome to bring a picnic, of course, bring blankets and lawn chairs. We will have Citizens of Georgia Power is doing the concession stand where they'll have pizza and hot dogs and other snacks that are very economical, but that doesn't mean that you can't pack a cooler and a picnic blanket and bring that out as well, so that way you can just plan to be there as long as possible. You and Casey Moat are barbecue aficionados.
I'm not sure about that. We'll have barbecue plates available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So,
What's going to be in a barbecue plate?
Barbecue plate with it's pulled pork. We'll have some baked beans, some chips, some bread if you like to make a sandwich out of it. All wrapped up nicely for you, so you can enjoy your picnic. Get you a water, something out of the concessions, or something to drink. Enjoy your picnic on the field or next to the field if the kickball tournament's still going on. So
very good.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back and we'll talk more about some other exciting things happening on Saturday, April 16th.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Welcome back to Partners in Prevention. I'm Jennifer Stein with Prevent Child Abuse Habersham. In this month's episode, we have been focusing on April being Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month. Talking about the big event coming up on April 16th. It's going to be at Wilbanks Middle School from noon until 7. Once again, this is a fun day meant for all families of all sizes and ages. It'll be back on the field of Wilbanks Middle School, kicking it off literally with the kickball tournaments where you can put a team together of 10. The fun activities with all sorts of booths available with free activities for the children, the bouncy maze, and then the exciting Overcoming Obstacles Challenge course. We were talking about during break how someone might hear about this and want to start conditioning themselves. Mm-hmm. We will have a nurse on the campus, but good idea to start conditioning themselves. Where is CrossFit Change located?
We're right on Main Street in Cornelia, right
Okay.
across from the post office and Slack Auto Parts. If you come down Main Street, 362 North Main is
Very
the
good.
address.
And what is your website?
It's CrossFitChange.com.
Okay, and then a phone number just in case there, Jeff?
They can get in touch with me, 706-949-9556.
Wonderful. Well, that'll be the middle of the day, and then at 3 o'clock, the kickball tournaments will come to an end. We'll close out the obstacle course, allow people to change into some clean clothing. But there again, we're hoping you're going to pack your picnic or enjoy the barbecue. That you can pre-order tickets. With that, you can go. Can they go to Wilbanks Middle School to pre-purchase?
They can go to Wilbanks.
Okay.
They can obviously contact you or me at Wilbanks,
Okay.
or me at Wilbanks, but or they could get in touch with the Prevent Child Abuse Habersham board member, or online. So.
Yes. Our website, preventchildabusehabersham.org, will have them there where you can print the ticket and know that you've got it pre-ordered. And then the concession stand. And then we're going to switch over to a live concert, a free live concert. I tell you what, Habersham has some talented musicians, kind of the birthplace of some pretty phenomenal adults out there and young adults that are putting things together. Tell us about the music.
We have, like you said, it's even more entertainment. You know, the kickball and the obstacle
We'll be laughing at ourselves.
That's entertainment, but we do have some talented musicians coming. Sidestream, Jared Brooks, and then John King and his band. They'll be headlining the show, and you know, just we're excited about them coming. They're all talented. They have great music. John, we kind of reached out to John in the early planning stages, and of course he was thrilled to be involved. Want to do anything he could do to jump in and be a part of the day, a part of this awareness day. And you know, I know it's an exciting time for John. He co-wrote a song that We Went that just went #1. So that's
on the country
we're
chart.
on the country chart. We're excited for him. And you know, this time for him, and excited that the other bands can join along with him, and like you said, just we can relax and enjoy the kickball trophy, whoever has it, and and watch some of these bands. So I think it'll be a great time, and it's free, so
even better. Yes, with so. Bringing blankets, lawn chairs. Of course, it's a beautiful time of year, middle of April. Hopefully we won't have any more cold spells by then.
it's not going to rain.
Not going to rain, but it is a rain or shine event. I mean, that is something that Wilbanks Middle School, this is the 3rd year we've been able to host it at Wilbanks Middle School, and they are just so understanding. So if it is raining, it will go on. We do have the ability to utilize part of the school space there, and of course, overcoming obstacles will be just that much more challenging.
Rain, the better.
But we're still hoping for no rain.
Right.
Rain stops at 3.
Yeah, rain stops at 3 with the stage that we have coming, and the families can be setting out on the field, bring the blankets, you know, change of clothes, things like that for the kids to snuggle up and enjoy the live music. You know, Sidestream being a local student band, they're still in high school. Gotta love that. We've got Jared Brooks, who's another graduate of Habersham Central High School. He and his band is coming to play. And then, of course, John King, another graduate of Habersham Central High School, coming all the way from Nashville. So we're really, really blessed with that. So let's recap. If they want to put a kickball team together, it's about $50, $5 a person. They can go out and download the form from our website, preventchildabusehabersham.org. Reaching out to CrossFit Change. You don't have to put a team together, but it's fun if you come as a team to challenge yourself.
Right.
So there again,
or
there.
bring the guys that you want to beat. You know, like I know his oldest son wants to race against him. You know, so he can. You know, he can show Dad
A little bragging rights.
Yeah.
Is that what we call
some
this?
family bragging rights.
We're a very competitive family.
Unfortunately, or
Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Because your wife is co-owner in this.
Yeah, she's also a lead trainer and co-owner at our gym. So we're all in it, active, and I have 4 children. All of them are involved. We have a kids program for ages 7 to 12.
Okay.
Where we program separately for them. We have a teenage track where we kind of adjust things for that age group, and then we have the regular classes. So we're all involved.
Wonderful.
All doing something.
I love it. And there again, just, you know, when we talk about the protective factors, when we talk about building strong families, and that's what Prevent Child Abuse Habersham is all about. We're there to help build families up. It's just so great to have all of these local agencies come together, support this concept of idea of, one, having that time together, connecting families, engaging families, and then 2, connecting them with resources that are out there and available, so that way in their time of need they know who to turn to, whether it be their neighbor or a local agency. Well, gentlemen, I just can't thank you enough for coming out. Jeff, so excited to see the course. Our Facebook page, once these obstacles start to be developed, we will be putting pictures out there, so that way people know what to expect. But otherwise, Plan as a family to come together, whether it be your church, your local book club, or all the way to your local teams, of coming out that day and enjoying fun. Saturday, April 16th, Wilbanks Middle School, starting at noon, going all the way to 7. We hope you'll stay for the evening and entertainment, with it being side stream, Jared Brooks and the John King Band with live music. Of course, great food with the barbecue, the concession from Citizens of Georgia Power, and of course we'll be giving our award to the kickball champion and runner-up. And then of course each year we give an award away called the Voice of Courage Award to the survivor. We're excited to share this day with you, and we thank you, Jeff and Dan, for being here this morning to help spread the news.
Jennifer. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Have a wonderful week.
With cable television production studios in Habersham and Towns counties, you're watching Windstream Cable Television Channel 4, home of local origination programming in North Georgia. From weekly church services to sports and community events, we've got you covered. Join us 24/7 for local programming at its best. Windstream Cable Television, it's what people are watching.